So you've decided to do forced edges. You've got your artwork. You've already loaded it up. You have your PDF ready to go. Now what? So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go through some tips and tricks to make sure that your file is ready for forced edges. And then I'm going to show you how to apply them in Vellum itself. Before we even get to Vellum, we're going to stop and we're going to do a quick spot check to make sure that the file is exactly the way we want it. We open this right now in a PDF, whatever viewer you have. Make sure your viewer is set to 2 pages, not 1 page. And now you can see what your book is going to look like when it's open. Right now, all we're looking at is the edges. I have only applied edges to my foredge, so I can see that this is going to create some sort of cool design at the end. And I added color borders at the top and bottom. This looks exactly the way I want it to. Next, we're going to drop this into Vellum and we'll go step by step on how to put it into your Vellum. Anyone who works with Vellum is going to recognize this page right away. You can see that I have an image in here. I have intentionally left it colored in case I ever decide to use colored prints. But the thing that we need to make sure we have set right away is go up here to the view and make sure that you are looking at print. The fastest way to drive yourself nuts is to upload and not be able to see it and think everything's wrong. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to go over here to our styles and I'm going to go in. I'm using the Metro style, but this would be the same for any other style. So let's configure the fine granular details of this style. From here, we are going to go down to background and border. You can see I already have one in here, and that is my heading image. It's on every chapter heading in my book, but we need to add a border. So what's going to happen, I'm going to click here and do page border. While you can have multiples of the other, you can only have one page border, but we don't need to worry about that. Just be aware if it's not visible, you might have already put one in. Once we add it, I'm going to name it because I forget what I'm doing. And then the most important, well, there's a lot of important buttons. So make sure your settings are correct. Apply to entire book. If you only apply it to the chapter, what will happen is your design will be squeezed into the chapter and then it will repeat every chapter. From here, you can decide to skip the heading background pages if you want. This is pages where there is a heading. I don't particularly like doing it because at the beginning of your book, you have your dedication, your copyright, your table of contents, your first chapter. That's a lot of pages very quickly not being designed on. And it kind of interfered with the overall look. So I decided, let's put it everywhere so that it's consistent. For ours, we are going to do 1 page. We need to make sure that it is on the full bleed. This is very important. Otherwise, it simply won't show. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go grab the PDF of where we have done our forced edges and we're going to apply them. Now, the moment you do this, you will see up here the little spinning wheel. Be amused while I sit here and wait for the next 2 minutes. And we're done. Here's something I need to make abundantly clear. If you are looking at this right now, you can see the edge on the right-hand side, but you don't really see the top or the bottom. That's not because they're not there. This is simply how the Vellum previewer works. Do not rely on it for the top or bottom. I'm pretty comfortable with this right now. Our next step, we're going to generate, and then we're going to proof the final product to make sure it's exactly what we're after. We have the PDF. This is our final check before we go load it up to Amazon, Ingram, Book Vault, wherever you decide. Let's make sure that it is exactly what we want. Initially, it shows up as 1 page, so I'm going to switch it so that it shows it as 2 pages. We can see on the left-hand side, I have these kind of stripy lines, meaning there's a design there. And I can now see the border at the top and bottom. As far as I'm concerned, this file is ready to go. Upload it to your distributor of choice. And now it's time to get a proof copy. So there you have it. It's not a very long and complicated process. However, because it takes so long to get your books from your printer, it will feel slow moving. So you want to make sure that you're doing your checks along the way, and definitely double check your settings so that, unlike me, you don't have a pile of books waiting to be given away to readers as unique copies. I hope your edges turn out beautiful. Take care. Yo, 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 yo.